question that I'm going to try to provide a little insight on, perhaps, is the role of universities in promoting and advancing economic development. So we're blessed in Virginia to have a number of very high-quality universities and also four-year colleges and educational institutions, including our community colleges. In some ways, it's obvious the connection is that we provide a workforce. We provide jobs. We're also an economic development asset. We have one of us located in your county or municipality. Beyond that, many of the institutions also play an additional role in advancing economic development. And I'll share just a little bit from our perspective because we're not necessarily typical. I think our Office of Economic Development at Virginia Tech combines a lot of functions that other universities are dispersed throughout the university. And part of that is because we've been around for a while. Our office works across universities. We're not housed in any one college or department. We're part of the Division of Outreach. And our mission really is to advance the economic engagement function of Virginia Tech. So how do we do that? We really do that in three main ways. We help make connections. We help with regional and local economic competitiveness. And we help with job creation. So let me tell you just a little bit more about that. First of all, connection. We are one of the primary gateways to the resources of the university. So an regional economic development organization, Virginia Economic Development Partnership, another partner is working with an industry partner or a company that is considering location. They want to know about resources that might be research assets that would be of interest for them in deciding whether to locate in the state or in a particular region, and it might be assets related to food science with many of the kind of craft beverage announcements for the beer industry in Virginia. Our food science department is really grown in that area. So we help make that connection that, hey, this is a resource that Virginia Tech has. Here's how that resource would benefit industry. And that ranges from the College of Engineering to information technology to food science and agriculture. So it's very varied. We also help make connections and play well with other universities. So believe it or not, universities in Virginia, for the most part, do play pretty well with each other. We collaborate. Virginia Tech and actually my director of our office helped start a statewide organization called University-Based Economic Development Officers. So all the universities that have an economic development function, this group gets together quarterly. We share resources and ideas. We share what's going on in economic development. State entities and organizations are a part of that as well, including the EDP and others. We identify ways we can collaborate and work together more effectively to advance economic development across the Commonwealth. So I think that's a great benefit. We also advance economic development on the national level. We're actually hosting in Virginia the University Economic Development Association this year in Roanoke, which is a national economic development group. We're also fortunate in Virginia Tech. We're very involved with the Economic Development Administration in a number of ways. For the past several years, we've been fortunate to host a university center. Basically, that's a designation that we have to recompete for every 5 years, but it means that for us, what it means is that we apply our resources to particularly try to assist some of the more economically distressed counties and regions of the state. So we work a lot in Southwest Virginia, South Central Virginia. And there's a lot of partnerships that flow from that. Our most recent competition for University Center, which we're still waiting to hear from, we partnered with ODU. We're looking at Hampton Roads in Eastern Virginia and some of the challenges that they're facing. Some of our work with that is a little partnership with UVA-Wise, which is a four-year institution and affiliated with the University of Virginia. But we've been helping them and other partners in the region come together to talk about how you diversify the economy away from an over-reliance on coal and some of the extractive industries, and how you look to strengthen some alternative industrial sectors. So that's all that connection function. So really quickly, I don't want to spend too much time, so I'll get to our other folks here. Competitiveness, we also do applied research projects. So and really that's to help communities solve problems. So I'll give you an example. Talent. Well, Megan talked about the importance of workforce. We have a history of working with the workforce in our Southwest Virginia footprint quite a bit. We've done workforce analysis to look at what are the skills of the workers in the region, what kind of industries that might relate to in terms of an attraction purpose, what kind of additional training programs those workers need. It's resulted in a number of things, including a recent Department of Labor funding that's going to help dislocated workers and also help identify some new training programs and pathways. We're partnering with at least 2 community colleges in the region development program. So that type of leveraging resources, using data to help communities solve problems is a big part of what we do. We also work on the statewide level that also supports regional work. I'll give you an example. We have several statewide projects related to space and aviation. So we've studied what does it mean to strengthen develop a small satellites research cluster in Virginia. What are the job implications of that? Very similarly to unmanned autonomous systems, how do we help strengthen that part in Virginia? And then some of the regions that are looking to develop jobs and technologies and clusters around unmanned autonomous systems, we also work with those regions. And the last area I'll mention is, I mentioned creation and commercialization. Basically, what that really means is we try to help faculty and students and others translate their research into products and businesses and jobs. We have a program right now that's a proof of concept, so we'll engage faculty and students in partnering either with faculty and student business ideas and research product development, or working with companies in the region to talk about, hey, here's a product, is this going to work? So we'll do a proof of concept process for them to see if this is a product that actually has a market and has some viability. We're studying entrepreneurship ecosystems through a project with the Kauffman Foundation, and what that's going to do is let us look at what entrepreneurs in a particular region need. And we're studying a mixed urban-rural region. The knowledge from that will be translated across the state, but also nationally. There's a number of other examples I think we'll get a little bit more into, but one of the things I do leave you with is that the universities have a number, and higher ed institutions have a number of roles to play in economic development. We are always glad to partner. We work pretty well with each other, and for example, we are a resource with both regions and localities. So thank you very much, and appreciate the opportunity.